You want to, and the modern way to maintain your skin is to attack the problems in a 360-degree point of view. Well, hi, everybody. If it's Thursday, it must be Fashion Thursdays with Diane. What good is a great outfit or a slamming pair of boots or a phenomenal handbag if your skin doesn't look good? That to me is as much an outfit and holiday requisite as how you style yourself in clothing. And I am just the gatekeeper of all times for my skin. I truly believe that your skin, which we used to think of as in a very kind of the world is flat, non-dimensional way, today it is overwhelming the number of choices you have. And hopefully today we're going to take some of the best products from USA, the UK, France, Korea, star of skincare, and of all places, but very much focused on self care, Hungary, Budapest. So, where shall we begin? Let's begin with the USA. Aha! Guess who? Martha Stewart. Yes, she partnered and came up with Bioscience Elm, as an elm tree. Now, of course, it is nature oriented. It is topical and it is ingestible. I have a problem with this product. And guess what? I see Martha Stewart all the time. She looks great. We are in the same age range. I'm 80, she's 85. And so I want to trust what she gives me. And the product was sent to me, and I was told if I love the product, they will just keep sending it, which is so generous. Thank you. I'm a huge believer in putting ingestibles with topicals, but I've got a beef here. And that is, this is very much elm, and it is a serum called an elemental serum. It's very much based on vitamin C. It is just borderline irritating. In other versions of products that put an ingestible with a topical, you usually get two topicals. One is a serum that has glycolic acid or vitamin C, something that really buffs off top layer of dead skin cells, and a moisturizer. But this is just the serum with the ingestible. And it's harsh. And I can see where harsh can be good. Oh, I woke up in the morning and my skin felt really stretched out and very, very, very dry. And a lot of that is obviously it's wintertime, the heat is on. I would say if I was going to give Martha some advice, which she did not ask for from me, I would say come up with a moisturizing cream that you can apply after you put on the serum. As to the ingestible, yes, great idea. I think a modern idea makes a difference. You want to, and the modern way to maintain your skin is to attack the problems in a 360-degree point of view. An ingestible, creams that work together. And I am now, after it's been explained to me by some very scientific dermatologists, I am very much one for going into a full regime. Inside out, and outside in, and that all the ingredients work with one another, don't fight each other, and in agreement go for the weaknesses in your skin and fortifying them. Unfortunately, elm is just too dry for me. Now, it's very drying. However, I want to talk about something that literally almost saved my life, Nutrafol. So some of you may know that I went through breast cancer treatment 2017, 18, and 19. The one thing I depended on all my life, my hair and my skin quality. Skin quality deteriorated. Hair disappeared. Everybody I asked outside of the medical community, the pure oncological medical community, that go for Nutrafol, and it grew my hair back. First, it grew it back just in terms of there was none, and now there was some. First, I looked like Annie Lennox, and then it went into the awkward phase, 2 inches, 3 inches long, curly, which it had never been before. But thank God for Nutrafol. Skin, hair, and nails. If you are, as you're aging, having any kind of issues and you find your nails aren't strong enough, your skin isn't glowing again, your hair isn't growing at a rate that suits the styling you want to do, I cannot recommend this product more highly. It is fabulous, utterly phenomenal, and made in the USA. I take it every day. I recommend this product 100%. All right, so now comes full disclosure, utter transparency. I'm a TikTok girl. I love TikTok and I love Instagram and I love learning from it. I watched the whole thing on the Kardashians getting intravenous NAD. I've listened to every report about NAD, and I decided to go for the body patches and another form of it that's a liquid that we'll get to in a minute. And you know what? I think it actually works. I have big parenthesis lines on my face around my mouth. One of the promises it makes is that those parenthesis lines disappear, that your face gets more youthful and taut and tighter and uplifted. And I swear to God, it actually happened. So I did go to my dermatologist in between taking NAD, and I've taken it for probably about a month and a half now, because they say you need about 3 weeks to see the results. And I did get Botox, no filler. I gotta say, it seems to be working. And then we're gonna go on to Zoom, which is the first thing I ingest in the morning, and that is another form of really enhancing the NAD patches. I drink it in the morning. Best take it on an empty stomach just because it absorbs better. And that is an enhancement to the NAD patches. And I have to be perfectly honest with you. If I wasn't on TikTok and possibly Instagram, I would never have heard of NAD. NAD is supposed to be a huge boost for your longevity. Does it give me energy? I'm not sure. Hard to tell at 80 years old. But visually, I just had a holiday party at my house with 30 women at it. That's a lot from my living room. And I cannot tell you the amount of women who are not, these women are not focused on fashion or beauty or getting all kinds of treatments. I cannot tell you the amount of women that came up to me and said, "Whoa, Diane, you look really good, like alive." And I'd love to tell you I knew for sure, but I think considering how disciplined I am putting the patches on and drinking this liquid every morning, the one piece of my face, my jowls and that parenthesis line that I hate so much, it's gone away. And it makes a huge difference. Ha ha! Along with that, I do Vivinu lymphatic drainage, and it's 4 pills a day. Nobody hates taking pills as much as me. But guess what? When I had breast cancer, they had to take out all the lymph nodes on the left side of my body. And I'm thinking to myself while I'm taking the NAD, and I'm now starting to see this lymphatic drainage be talked about on TikTok a lot. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe this is going to be helpful to facial shaping, showing off cheekbones, getting rid of a lot of puffiness, and honestly, it has. And I think that possibly, even if I hadn't had my lymph nodes taken out on the left side, I would think to myself, at an age of 60 or beyond, lymphatic drainage is a little bit hit and miss. So I'm trying it, and you know what? I think it's actually working. So I bought a couple of these, and I'm going to take them for a few months. I've been taking this for about 2 weeks. Think my face looks narrower and better. Astaxanthin. Now, this is really, really interesting. I took it for a boost of energy, but honestly, it also is called the king of antioxidants. And for me, as an older girl at 80, my metabolism is way slowed down. This helps me get rid of a lot of toxins in my system, just feel more purified and better. And yes, I do. Absolutely. But it does something else too. This actually is what makes flamingos pink. And what it does for your skin is it gives it a healthy, pinky, almost very light suntan kind of glow. And that I really notice. So it's great in the middle of winter for looking more alive. Anything that is a strong antioxidant, I'm all in for. Do you know I started La Mer over 50 years ago, and I'm still with the same product today. Yeah, I've added all my ingestibles. I've added red light. I've tried a million new things, but La Mer is what I always keep in my medicine cabinet. Now, the fascinating history of this was it was developed after World War One. Dr who developed it had been in the war, was a burn victim, knew the powers of seaweed, lived in Brittany in France, and he invented La Mer. They harvested seaweed, dried it naturally in the sunlight to get vitamin D infused in it on the rocks of Brittany, and then ground it down and mixed it with a great moistener. This cream, I cannot emphasize how much it is worth it to buy yourself at least one foundational cream like La Mer that consistently nourishes and services your skin. It has never irritated me. I have never had to stop using it for a couple of weeks because it was too strong, or it was this, or it was that. And yes, I love their serums too, but their serums are very expensive. If you are going to start skincare at any age, 50 or beyond, I really endorse something that you can trust, something that you can lean on. So the French, they're so traditional in how they take care of themselves, and they eat pure foods, and they don't eat foods with a lot of chemicals in them, and they don't eat ultra processed foods. And trust me, that's a big part of it too. And that includes me. And I learned from them, spending so many years working in Paris. La Mer, my number one love. And I think until the day that I leave this physical plane, I will be using this product. So, moving ever onwards, what country are we going to next? Ha! We're going to Korea. Okay, I bought so many of these masks because they're listed as the collagen boost of all times. Let me tell you something. It takes a lot for me to say, I hate the product. I hate the product. Why? Number one, I don't think it keeps its promises. You want collagen? Listen, you're either going to take internal collagen, which I do, as a supplement, or you're going to go to a dermatologist and you are going to get a form of laser that super stimulates collagen production underneath your skin. It doesn't take a long time to do. It isn't the most pleasant thing I've ever done, that's for sure. I actually do not look forward to getting it done, but I do it. But this is a rubbery, I'm just going to open one of these up. It is a rubbery mask that comes out all gooey and freezing cold. You have to put it all on your face. You put the top half on your face with room for your eyes and your nose, but it always slides down along with the bottom half. So you can't talk, you can't eat, you can't watch TV. You really have to be lying totally prone. So I came to a conclusion. If I was going to use this product at all, I was going to take the rubbery mask and squeeze out the liquid that it's holding. And then I take the liquid and put it all over me and let that dry for like 20 minutes. But I'm going to say this, and this is why I am such a doubting girl. Some of these products, like the collagen boost, and this is the big, bold push of Korean skincare. And oh, you don't need to go get collagen. And oh, it's going to be a miracle. There are no miracles, okay? There are good products. There are easy to apply products. I don't think putting on one of these slimy, rubbery masks is in any way useful for me. I mean, I don't think it honestly gives you much of a collagen boost, but this whole hype about Korean products, yes, they have beautiful skin. Let me give you a clue. They stay out of the sun. They eat a lot of raw fish, omega 3s, and they go and get facials all the time. I have tried all of these. They're all the same slimy, cold, icky, rubbery kind of mask. As much as I would love to be on the bandwagon of, oh yeah, I tried Korean skin mask and I got so much collagen boost and I look 30 years younger. That's what they were telling you. You were going to look 30 years younger after this. Not. Mm-mm. Let's move on. Okay, now we're going to go to something I love, and I am not sure where I picked up the knowledge about this, but let me talk a little bit about Hungary and Budapest. Omorovicza. If you are over 60 and maybe you want something to treat yourself for your birthday or Christmas, and you want something extravagant on your skin, and love that feeling of your skin drinking in, absorbing every molecule, you are going to love this product. Now, this one is daily vitamin C, but you really want to start with where it all began, their cream. I bought the night cream. I bought the blue diamond cream, which is an extreme of the night cream. This is top of the line, baby. This is the beluga caviar of skincare. And just so you know, Budapest with its mineral baths, and they are the grandma, they are the purveyor, they are the medieval inventor of facials. I absolutely never believed that I would find anything beyond La Mer that I loved that much. I've just got to show you. It is so rich. One thing I've forgotten to say, which I should have said, is take care of your neck and the top of your hands as much as you take care of your face. Because for sure, those are areas that have no oil glands. They get exposed to the sun all the time. You're always used to putting on, some SPF on your face, but forget the top of your hands and your neck. This is my ultra luxury in life. Okay, when I want quick results, when I want to think to myself, okay, I've got a podcast tomorrow. I'm looking a little dim. I wish that I looked brighter and better. I'm thinking Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. And honestly, I also use her Radiance Resurfacing Facial, which is an exfoliator. This woman focuses on over 40. That is why her muse is Kate Moss, who is, I think, 52 now. Charlotte Tilbury gets it. Yeah, you may think of her as makeup, but before you put on her makeup, which I use for podcasts, your skin's got to be in good condition and radiate a certain amount of light. This stuff does it. Honestly, is truly magic. When she does a lot of her advertisements, it's mostly for the makeup. But let me tell you what, this woman is no slouch when it comes to skincare. I am completely impressed. It's about a third of the price of Lema or Omorovicza. But if I'm looking for really fast results, I'm going to use Magic Cream and resurfacing. Aha! Now we're going to go into another UK product line that I find amazing. And this is Lema. How did I find this? I found it, I think, through Net-a-Porter. And they did incredible seminars, which I attended, about women over 40 and the fact that we do not, even if we ingest all the right amount of greenery during the day, which believe me, I do not. You don't absorb it as well into your body anymore. Their ingestibles are incredible. I take 4 a day, 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. They're great for your skin. They give you a copper jar to put them in because copper energizes them, keeps them fresh, and activates them. But I use this ingestible along with what I think makes them leaders in the industry, and all of this comes from the UK, their red light wand. I've shown this to you before. Prefer using a red light wand to using one of the overall masks because I can get into the areas that I think are a problem, which for me is all along the jowl line, the under eyes, and pushing upward. This is a device that I use constantly. And again, talking about discipline, I use that red light wand every single day of my life. Okay, I use a smaller device, but I am about to invest in the bigger device. And the only difference is it covers more area of your face at one time. I use it for 10 minutes every single day. Forehead, under eyes, cheekbones, jowls, under jaw, and I swear to God to you, it does revive and keep replacing, getting your own body to keep replacing the collagen. I use it on my neck and I use it on the top of my hands. I think it is the key to what people around me always say, which is you can't be 80 years old. It's not possible. It is possible to look this way with discipline and the diversity of product that we go through. Now, my last product, after reading about it, it's me, Diane Gilman, and I'm going to talk about it again. Red light and what it does for your skin, your blood circulation, your production of collagen, your overall health. There are a whole series of devices, but today we're talking about Magellan, which is a red light face mask. You want to see a true improvement to your skin if you've got fine lines and wrinkles, if you've got acne or have breakouts, if you are feeling very pale and wan after the winter. Red light is a miracle, and I will predict, I am going on record as saying that red light and what it does for your overall skin health, the largest organ on your body, is so far beyond any topical you can put on by itself. Now, I will do the red light, the face mask. Magellan has so many little light points. Easy to wear, soft, pliable. I do it religiously every other day. It has made a tremendous difference. You'll see in 20 years, everybody will be using red light, but you can be one of the first with the Magellan red light face mask. Do it, ladies. You'll love it. You'll see the results so quickly, and you'll never look back. And you'll say, Lady Diane Gilman, she really knew what she was talking about. Yeah, in this instance, I do. It's a miracle. Red light is the future here today. After reading about it, hearing about it on Instagram. I got it in 2 weeks, even though it has a French name. It is from the UK. This is my other secret weapon to purified, energized looking skin. It is a serum and it is a cream. They are fabulous. Oh my God. Just a few spritz of each, put it on everywhere. Put it on the top of my hands too. I think you can get it off of Amazon. Here are my key points afterwards. Number one, discipline. When you find the products you love, they really work for you, use them. There are products that revitalize. There are products like Omorovicza that are so beneficial for feeding your skin and moisturizing it. There are ingestibles that work with whatever topical discipline you're using. And there is red light, which I've been using for probably almost 8 years now. And I find irreplaceable and really is the wave of the future here today to keep your metabolism, your skin metabolism going and energized. Whether you are getting it from the USA or the UK or Budapest in Hungary or Paris, France, or Brittany, France, guess what? Experiment. Find the products that work for you. There is nothing better than looking in the mirror and saying, hey, I'm looking pretty good today. How you look is how you feel, is how you relate to everybody around you, is who you are. I hope you enjoyed this. I did. It's kind of scary how many products I take, huh? But you know what? I keep on learning. I keep on expanding my universe. I keep on trying. Thank you so much for listening to Too Young to Be Old podcast. The episode may be over, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Diane Gilman, or visit our website, thedianegilman.com. If you like the show, leave us a rating or a review and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And until then, don't forget, age is just a number. Together, we'll prove that we are all too young to be old.